on their hand control. So I still believe that the port of Mombasa can have a more competing by the Tanzania Dar es Salaam because the railways.
But I also learned that China is also helping Tanzania to build a special economic zone in Bagamoyo. Will that benefit the area in the long run?
Yes, definitely, because, these days we have a railway project. That's one of the important things when we do the consulting or the preparations process. Was why do these railways have the harbor, all the industrial zones along the coastal, along the harbor? It's the system. For example, the Tanzania Railway, there was a lot of problems because there was no port traffic linking the port. So you mentioned the industrial zone can help a lot for the port development.
That was Liam Lee, International Affairs commentator, speaking to CRI's Zhao Ying. Well, it's being reported that intense battles have raged in Raqqa between the U.S.-backed Syrian Democratic Forces and the Islamic State militants. The intensified fighting comes after the collapse of a deal between local tribes and the militant group to evacuate IS fighters from Raqqa. 4,000 local tribesmen are reportedly said to be fighting alongside SDF against IS. Reports also say that Islamic State militants in Raqqa are passing themselves off as civilians and as SDF fighters to escape their Syrian bastion as U.S.-backed coalition forces close in. Jafar, commander with the Syrian elite forces, says he's positive the situation will be controlled by SDF.
There is fierce resistance. The Islamic State militants are escaping through tunnels, and they disguise themselves in clothes similar to ours or to our fellow fighters. They hide among us, but the forces are outsmarting them and gaining control over the situation.
Well, the Syrian Democratic Forces consist of a group of Kurd, Arab, and Syrian fighters led by the Kurdish YPG. It's captured several neighborhoods in the eastern and western parts of Raqqa. It's estimated that 3,000 to 4,000 Islamic State fighters are holed up in Raqqa, which is the de facto capital of Islamic State. The Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank has approved its first equity investment and two loans totaling $324 million US. The equity investment of $150 million will be used to help attract capital for infrastructure projects in India. The two loans include a $114 million deal for the Georgia-Batumi Bypass Road project and a $60 million deal for the Tajikistan Narek hydropower rehabilitation project. The Beijing-based bank said such moves will help to tap into the potential of the private sector. Officially launched in January 2016, the Multilateral Development Bank aims to provide financing for the infrastructure improvement in Asia. It is prioritized to support sustainable infrastructure, improve cross-border connectivity, and mobilize private capital. Later on Friday, the second annual meeting of the bank's Board of Governors will open in South Korea. Well, the national flags of India and Pakistan have been hoisted at the headquarters of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, marking their official membership in the group. It's the first time for the SCO to recruit new members since its founding back in 2001. The decision was made during the SCO Astana Summit last week. And SCO Secretary General Rashid Elamov says the admission of the two countries will promote regional security cooperation, particularly in regard to fighting terrorism and extremism. It's time for a short break. Still to come on the Beijing Hour. In business, foreign direct investment on the Chinese mainland slowed down in May. In sports, Team Red of China's men's basketball program will play Iran tonight in an international friendly. Entertainment, Chinese film The Mermaid will be adapted into a TV show. Shane Bigham with you. Stay with us here on the Beijing Hour.